Welcome to On the Beat. Today I'm joined by Robert from Roberts Apothecary and Dr. Clifton S from Revive Wellness and Aesthetics of Starkville. And a topic that I hear in the news all the time is long COVID. So tell us, what is long COVID?
So long COVID's really, it's a lot of different symptoms that have come together. They estimate it to be about 200 different symptoms that can be made up of long COVID. It affects probably about 10 to 50% of the people that actually had COVID illnesses.
Wow, that's a lot.
And it depends on, how bad your long COVID is usually dependent on how bad your first COVID infection was.
And then if you think you have long COVID, what do you do? Is there anything that you can do?
Yeah, there's a lot that we can do. It depends on we really treat the symptoms that you're having. And so the symptoms that we hear the most are brain fog, decreased ability to get out and work like they had previously. It really, again, depends on what their symptoms were with the first COVID case. So somebody that had a lot of lung issues with COVID is going to be more short of breath, exertional dyspnea, things like that. And then, migraines and brain fog has been a real big complaint with people.
Well, one thing that Revive does very well is the individual treatment plan. And so somebody comes to you, they've got the symptoms of long COVID, you individually look at what they need, and then you've got some supplements here as well. What do you recommend?
We do. Again, depends on the symptoms. With the main thing that we're treating is brain fog and fatigue. There's a great study that came out from Yale University several years ago that was using non-stimulant ADHD medications along with N-acetylcysteine that's available at Roberts. N-acetylcysteine is an antioxidant that we use for liver detox, also works on the level of the prefrontal cortex. Initially it was used for traumatic brain injuries, so that's how they came around to that. And then we have some other supplements like mullein that's good for those that had lung issues, ginseng, again, for the cognitive aspect, ginkgo, lavender. Robert might have a few more that he likes.
We have a number of things, and again, it's individualized depending on what symptoms they are having. Baseline is good probiotics, keep the gut healthy. Vitamin D, vitamin C, zinc mixed with copper. Elderberry, still good. Echinacea helps. So a number of herbs or a number of vitamins and minerals that are helping with the long COVID. And that special nasal spray that we talked about earlier in a previous segment that has some ginseng in it. Yeah.
And have you seen, I'm just curious, and we've just got a little bit of time left, as helping people so when they get COVID, does this help them get over it sooner or less symptoms?
I would say longer amount of symptoms over time is what it's going to do. I mean, obviously if you're using zinc daily and the vitamin D3, K2s, like that's going to decrease some of your symptoms and the length of time you're going to have COVID.
Yep.
Good to know. Thank you so much for being here. And if you would like information about Roberts Apothecary or Revive Wellness, the information is on your screen.